ugly game, but I thought in the first half, we didn't do a good job of taking care of the basketball. We didn't do a great job of hitting the paint and spraying the basketball. But our defense stayed pretty solid throughout the game, especially in the second half. They're a team that can score the basketball at a pretty high clip. Obviously, DeMar was rolling tonight. I thought in the second half we did a good job of not sending him to the free throw line. That was one of the biggest differences in the game. And then, in that fourth quarter, you're not going to stop a guy like DeMar, but you hopefully try to slow him down a little bit. And I thought Mikal defensively was really good with his physicality and not fouling while he was being physical. So he didn't get to the free throw line, and then Mikal made him work for every shot that he attempted in that fourth quarter. So good fourth quarter defensively by Mikal and the rest of the group. Our defensive player of the game, who impacted it at a high level throughout the entire game, was Mitch. Mitch was really good for us on that end of the floor.
Mike, that lineup that really pulled it away at the end, I think, was Deuce, Jalen, Mikal, and Mitch.
Yeah.
They'd only played like 20 minutes together so far this season. Is that like a lineup you wanted to get a better look at, or was that just a combination of this guy's playing well and and then this guy's playing well? I guess how does that come together in that way?
Yeah, it's just during the flow of the game, you find a group of players that that you feel playing well together, and you roll with it as long as you can.
You mentioned Mitch. You always talk about us as his impact off the
Yeah.
bench, but how key was it today? By just 3 quarters.
Yeah, no, it was huge. He brought a level of energy, especially defensively, to the table that helped us get over the hump. We scored 103 points. We had 21 turnovers, and then, I thought we missed some shots that we normally make. I thought probably the Deuce took 6 threes. 5 of them, in my opinion, were probably wide open, and so we got the ball to the right guys at the right time. We just couldn't make shots, and we didn't do a great job of taking care of basketball. So what does that mean? We can't foul. We have to be physical and defend without fouling, and then we have to play great team defense. And they shot 40% from the field and 17% from the 3-point line, and Mitch was a big part of that. Yeah, I thought they were self-inflicted, and that's not taking anything away from Sacramento. I thought we didn't do a great job playing off of 2 feet. Whenever you play off of one foot, you're going to get yourself in trouble. So if you leave your feet with no place to go, you think somebody's open. Well, there's a good chance that the defense is going to rotate and take that away, and now you're in trouble when they do. So we just have to do a better job of playing off of 2 feet. I also thought, when we did move the basketball, so we held on to it a little too long, and that's not who we are. It's not like us. We want to make quick decisions with the basketball, and we didn't do a great job with that tonight. But like I said, our guys found a way to get a win.
Mike, when you talk about quick decisions with the ball, how important is that with regard to balancing and potentially being the wrong? Would you prefer someone just makes a quick snap decision and keeps the ball moving, even if it's not maybe the perfect pass in that moment? I think that's like OG catching open in the corner and kind of like fumbling and traveling before doing anything else. Like, are you overthinking there?
No, and what I mean by it is when the ball hits your hands, if you're open, shoot it. I want our guys to let it fly. We got great shooters on the team, and if somebody's closing out, you just got to feel the closeout. If you feel like a guy's coming at you hard, it doesn't matter. Once you decide to snap drive, boom, go. But where we get in trouble is we catch it. We're like, okay, I'm open. Okay, now I see somebody coming, so let me snap. Okay, now I can't get by him. Let me pull it back. No, just make a decision and go with it. And if a guy is moving towards you, if you go through his inner thigh, it's going to be a defensive foul. And that's what we have to get better at. So open, let it fly. If you feel like that closeout is hot, boom, snap drive, go right through his thigh. If you see a teammate open, as soon as you see a teammate open, boom, make the pass. And, you know, we've been doing that most of the year. We've done pretty good with that most of the year. Tonight, we didn't do a great job with it.
A couple more. I apologize if we didn't ask this already, but the Cat last 3 games minutes have been a little low. Is that intentional? I know a couple of games foul trouble, but tonight you have low minutes for the league, so it's minutes not to be given.
Well, we just, I know at the end of the game, you know, we had a group out on the floor and it was playing well. And, you know, it's a tight ball game. And so I just rode that group to the end of the game. So, which I've done before. But, you know, I think we had Deuce out there who wasn't a starter and Mitch out there who's not a starter. So, again, we need to get the win. And the biggest thing was, you know, McHale, you know, was at 37. But other than McHale, everybody was at decent minutes, especially knowing we got a game tomorrow.
All right, last one.
You always talk about it's not always going to be like this.
Yeah.
He steps back. After that bit of adversity, you know, losing 9-11, you know, how happy are you with the way the guys have responded to the last 3?
You know, I told our guys this even before the game. You know, Golden State, we were okay, but I thought the Phoenix game, and I said this before, we played well. The one half that we didn't play well, in my opinion, was Dallas. And I think it was the first half. And other than that, our guys have tried to give it to us, especially defensively. And, you know, when you can bring it on that end of the floor, you're going to be able to survive some of the mistakes that you're making offensively until you can get that corrected.